Hi guys, welcome to another GTNH weekly update video. This might be a longer one since it has been a few more days than usual since I last recorded. So yeah, let's get on to it. So many changes this time. I guess we can start here. I did a few more power upgrades manually to this thingy, and this kept breaking with the wrong ratio. So I think I fixed that. No, I think this stopped because it's full. But I think I finally fixed that. It was giving the wrong input ratio, so I just added the item um, downgrade here to the conduit, so that should fix it. It hasn't failed anymore since then. Because our Bastnasite line was basically always shut down, and we can get a few cool stuff from there. So it's a good thing to keep basically always turned on. Now our bottleneck is this blast furnace. I upgraded the coils, but it's still not fast enough. Okay, so basically this mega chemical reactor down here is just to process our europium. I use the mega because this is actually a quite longish recipe which requires LUV power. And then I have the second step. This is done in our dust processing area, and it uses ZPM, which is quite annoying. So we have a quad of this doing this recipe. It's fast enough to keep up with this chemical reactor, and we are just giving this 4 LUV amps, so it's working pretty good right now. So moving on. Here I upgraded some more of the buffers, especially this one here for the iron trichloride. I think most of the stuff is the same. I'm pretty sure I changed one of our chemical reactors. Oh yeah, this one here. So we had this one here previously for phthalic acid, but since we are now processing the becoms, we basically were not keeping up with that because this is quite a slow process. So I added a new mega chemical reactor down here, and this is basically kept because of this input hatch, which I should upgrade, but at this moment I'm not really too concerned because we are producing enough phthalic acid. And yeah, we are almost running out of dimethylbenzene, which is another issue that I'll have to tackle soonish. We basically ran through this entire buffer, and just so you guys know, this buffer was basically almost full when I started to get the phthalic acid, so that's just how much we have already used. I've been processing the combs, so they are producing in our mega apiary. I'll show you guys that later. And we have this amount, so yeah, this uses a lot. And also this stuff, the potassium dichloride, I should actually switch to this recipe here. We are currently using, this one. This is basically the same, I guess. We are using this one, but this has like 2 more steps, which is a bit annoying. And I've wanted to switch to this because otherwise we'll be getting the nitric acid, which if we want to get the nitric acid back, it is quite annoying because we need to do the nitric oxide and then the nitric acid. But by doing this way we get the nitric acid directly, which is very nice. We just need to input a few more things like oxygen and water, but that's fine. And we get a bunch of potassium dichromate. But the thing is, this recipe annoyingly is just ZPM, so we need a few more upgrades. I need to upgrade the power spine for our entire chemical area. This is something I've been um, postponing, mainly because I'm waiting for the lasers and for the curved lasers, for the mirror lasers, I think they're called. Yep, this basically lets us curve the lasers. But yeah, this requires UHV circuits, which we don't really have yet. We also don't really have the power IC wafers, but we can craft this. And the dense, this stuff we should be able to craft already. but to be honest, I don't really remember how. Oh, okay, this is the stuff that requires the quantum anomaly, that's right. And for the quantum anomaly, unfortunately, we need to get the cyclotron. And the cyclotron is probably one of the multi-blocks that I hate the most in this pack. It's very useless. The crafts take a while, and the chances to get the items are very low. So yeah, it's quite annoying to get this stuff in the beginning. Then we'll be able to use the TPF, which is a lot better. But yeah, we need to do this recipe, which has a 1% chance of succeeding. This needs uranium, which needs a fusion reactor, and then this stuff needs which one? I think it's this one, this recipe here, hydrogen gas and this thingy. So this for this we need another sucker fund. So basically, if we want to get a good setup to get this, we need 3 cyclotrons. And this is annoying to craft, this is annoying to set up, and I don't really feel like doing that. But yeah, just a little cyclotron, cyclo, cyclotron, cyclotron, yeah, um, rent. So yeah, moving on. I have a few more things upstairs here. So one of the things that I had to do was to speed up the chlorine production. We are not really keeping up, so I added this quad electrolyzer here, which is using salt water. Basically, this is the same or a similar setup to what we had before down there. I tore this setup last week. I was pretty sure that our salty plants, these ones, were able to keep up with the chlorine production, but I guess I was wrong. So I added this squad just to make sure. And yeah, basically those were the only changes here. So nothing more to see here. I added also a bunch of yacht tanks. So I think last week we had up to here, up to the nitrogen. So I added one for fluorine. But anyway, I also have a few more tanks on this side. This one is for xenon, which we are pumping from the space station on Neptune, I think. We have the salt water. Yeah, this is the one we are pumping from Europa, I think. We can change this to Ross. It has a few more. It allows to get a few more, but this is fine for now. We basically already have a billion, so we are pretty good. And this one is for molten neutronium. This one is basically what comes from the neutronium come from the bees. I currently have that stopped. I took out the bee because basically I think we should have a dedicated mega chemical reactor just to do that comb, because at our current speed it takes 5 minutes to process a single comb. So basically that we'll be getting stuck processing the same type of comb, and since this produces more than one every 5 minutes, the other combs will not get processed. So yeah, I'll be needing to have dedicated chemical reactor for that. I guess we can keep moving to here. I think I completed the circuit assembly lines for the lower tier circuits. So we have, of course, ULV, LV, and MV, which were missing, so I added those. HV were here already, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I added these ones. Now, for the water line, as you guys can see, I finally added the tier 5 water. And this is... yeah, I'm using a ComputerCraft computer as well to automate this. I have it here running, I have 2 parallel right now. But yeah, the way this water tier works is that we heat up the water and then cool the water down, and we need to do this 3 times so that we get 100% success chance. And the way I do it is basically we input the water we need to cool this up. After it reaches the max temperature, We input the water to cool it down. As you guys can see, it's going now. And after we do this 3 times, as you guys can see, it's going into cycle number 2 now. It's raising the temperature. So yeah, after it reaches 10,000, as you guys can see, it will start lowering the temperature. As you guys can see, it's going down. And basically after this finishes this cycle, which is currently number 2, it will have 3 cycles completed, and it will stop inserting fluids. And basically at this point it will just wait for this cycle to finish. And when the cycle finishes, it basically starts again, starts heating up the fluid, starts cooling down the fluid. Oh, and by the way, new building here. This will be our biolab building, as you guys can see. I already have some setup. And I'm probably not really doing this the most efficient way to start, which is something to keep in mind in case you guys want to do this setup. But yeah, basically we are producing mutagen, and we use that mutagen to get our raw catalyst medium, and we are just heating it up here. If I can actually click the stuff. So yeah, we do this recipe, and here we do this one. The thing with this one is that it uses a lot more power, but it's faster because here we do 4 to 1, but here we do 4 to 4. And the main issue with the bacterial vats, it's mainly the time that it takes for the recipe, and also the amounts. So basically, since this is 4 to 1, if I were to do this recipe, I probably need 4 of the amount of the bacterial vats for this. And yeah, so instead of doing this with this way, I'm doing this way. And for the mutagen, I'm doing this recipe for now, but the plan is to switch to this one. I'm pretty sure I will be getting a lot of infinite catalyst, so this will be mainly free, and this way we can get way more mutagen in the single craft. So this will be very important. But the thing is also the time. As you guys can see, this goes from 60 seconds to 540. In addition to that, these ones are already overclocked, so they might be a little bit slower, but we'll see. Yeah, this ones take 60 seconds, which is a lot, but we are getting a steady amount of this stuff, so I'm not too worried about that. And yeah, we have Slime Island just above us, so I'll be putting a roof on this pretty soon. I just want to get the layout of the room started, and I'm pretty sure we have enough space for 6 of the chemical of these bacterial vats. I'm pretty sure I planned out space for 6. I think we only need 5, but I wasn't really sure, so just to make sure I added space for an extra one. I hope we don't need it, because this setup is a little bit annoying to do with all of the covers. I got this from the GTNH Discord. It has a bunch of covers on the tanks and on the machines, but it works pretty well, so no complaints there. So yeah, this is just going away. It has been working. This one has been working for, I'd say, like 18 hours, maybe a little bit less, but yeah, not even 18, like 15, 16 hours, and we already got this amount. And this one has been working for almost 2 days, I'm pretty sure. And we are using, of course, the mutagen for the other one, but we have this amount, which is also not bad. I'm quite pleased with this. For the bees, I will not waste much time on the bees. I will not go through each of the species we now get. But there's just one quick thing I should mention, is that I got the Americium bee, but I didn't really do the prerequisite, so I'm taking care of that right now. What I mean is, basically I had to cheat I not had to cheat, but I cheated the MeriCMB. I thought I was able to do it here, but it wasn't really letting me. And after that I saw that the requirement was actually a compact Mark II reactor, fusion reactor Mark II, so that's kind of crazy, as you guys can see. So I'm now trying to craft the compact Mark II. I already got the B, and already got the stuff going. It should be somewhere here. It should be one of these white ones. Let's see. Where is it? Is it not here? Oh, it's here. Yeah, I got it because I cheated it in. But I'm trying to get the compact, so yeah, because this is actually something huge to get the compact, to get the B. So I didn't really feel right just skipping that step. So I'm not now trying to craft the compact Mark II fusion reactor. So this will actually need to take a while because as you guys can see, first we are missing some of the fluids, but these ones are mostly, I mean, the epoxy is a buffer issue. These ones I don't really have crafting recipes for, and this one I added the crafting recipe for the dust, but I didn't really add the EBF recipe or crafted any, so we don't really have that. We are missing a few bits of indium. This is a buffer issue again. Just need to change the limit on the level emitter. And most of the other stuff, as you guys can see, we actually have, but this will use a bunch of resources. And this was also the reason why I went and started working on our European production down there with the stuff we got from the monazite line before. Because we'll be needing a lot of this stuff, and also another thing that we'll be needing a lot is the sonarium. I didn't notice that this used a lot of sonarium, and I'm pretty sure we don't really have any good way to get sonarium right now besides the plasma. So that's why I'm crafting like 3 million, and this has been slowly chugging through, but it's quite slow. So yeah, and the good thing to get the good thing to get with the compact is that I'm probably just going to end up crafting the compact Mark II, because then we can just kind of quickly upgrade this to the compact Mark III. The fusion coils, I think we can, yeah, we can upgrade them into the Mark III for the Mark III fusion. And these fusion coils that we use, these ones, the compact, these are the ones that are used for the compact Mark II. This is from Twist, but we don't care about that right now. Yeah, this one, yeah, for these compact coils we actually, yeah, we need 3 to get 1, so it's a bit annoying because these are very expensive, but I think we can get through that. But then we can even disassemble them to get them back, and then we can use these ones to get these ones here. And these are the ones that are used for the Mark III fusion. So yeah, we don't really lose anything in crafting the Mark III, the Mark II compact, and because then we can upgrade it to the Mark III compact. So I'm pretty sure I'll end up just using that. I'll be using the compact Mark II to craft a bunch of sonarium, probably. I don't, not even sure if at that point we'll be needing that much sonarium, but yeah, I'll be crafting a bunch of sonarium, a bunch of europium and tritanium and uranium with the compact thingy. But yeah, that's the plan at least. And I also added this little setup here. I actually made this before the before the mega apiary, which by the way it's I haven't really finished the work on here, but I'll probably do that the next few days. But yeah, these were mainly for the materials that we needed to craft the mega apiary. I have here the Edenic, the of course industrials, the imperial, and also the silver. The silver is here because I mainly used that for the fusion for the tin plasma, so I wanted to make sure I wouldn't run out of silver. So yeah, I added here this industrial API for the silver bee. And yeah, these APIs are also upgraded using 64 celebration upgrades and the pollen scrubber upgrades, mainly so that we don't get this spammed with flowers. I don't really mind some flowers, but when it's something like this where every single block is a flower, it's a little bit kind of not cool, I guess. So I just added the pollen scrubber just so that we wouldn't get any flowers. And yeah, basically in this one, this matter condenser here, this is basically just for the drones. So yeah, they go straight into the B subnet just along with the stuff from the Mega API. Moving on, no changes to our Nakoda line. The only thing I've really done was to add the indium comb here. That way we can triple our indium yields. So this goes from 2 to 6 just by adding the indium comb. Because as you guys might have noticed, in the Compact Mark II Fusion we are missing indium and we need a lot of it. So I added the indium combs there and also here as well. So they are, yeah, I added them here as well. Um, just to make sure that we can triple our indium production, since at this point in the game the indium combs we can't really do this recipe because we need the indium ore, and basically the only way to get indium ore is from space mining, which of course we don't have yet. So yeah. Now moving on. Believe it or not, we still have more stuff, more upgrades have been done. Yeah, let's see. Here I cleaned up some of the wiring that were here. Oh, another thing is I've been upgrading some of our stuff to use grips instead of the input buses. The crafting input buses basically only allow items, so no fluids are allowed in these ones. So basically the plan is to exchange all of this stuff with the cribs eventually. I also did the quantum computer. I'm not sure if this was here last week, to be honest. It might have been, but I don't really remember. But yeah, we have our quantum computer on this side. To get our computation, we are using this setup here, which is not bad, but yeah, our quantum computer for now it's kinda small. Actually, we should expand this soonish, but didn't really want to go over the wall. I'll have to break the wall and have some kind of hole to get this in, but yeah, this produces, doesn't really say, let me just turn it on, 2200, which is not bad. And here we have of course the research station, which uses the computation from there with our optical fiber cable, and yeah, it works pretty well. Let's see, let's keep on moving. We still have more stuff, believe it or not. Oh, I guess I must say that I upgraded the miners, some of them to the void miners, tier 2. I skipped the tier 1 because we could just go straight into the tier 2. So not tier 1s, but I think we are closer to the tier 3s as well. Maybe, let me just check. Oh no, this needs Organism, so this will be a little bit harder to get. We need Fusion Mark III, and that recipe is really slow. And also the field generators. So yeah, we cannot really get this now, but should be close. And we have currently 3 void miners. I ended up upgrading a bunch of our ore processing, so most of the machines are now running or on ZPM or LUV. So macerators are ZPM. These are the centrifuges are ZPM as well. Most of them are at least LUV. even the thermal refineries. And I added the quad centrifuge for here. These were mainly for the planet dusts that we get, because they take a long time to process, and we were getting some of them from our bee processing, which I actually had to take off as well because they were taking a little bit too long to process in here as well. So we are not really receiving any. Uh, I mean, we should be receiving some, but not many planet combs to process here, which will then go to here to be processed. So yeah, and the setup for this is actually a little bit annoying, and I had to install a planet logistics hotfix for this to work, just because we have too much items here in the filters. So as you guys can see, these ones are both of them in the white network, so we are extracting twice in the white network from the white network. So what would happen is when we filter export storage bus extracting from a network, they are only checked once. So we could basically only have a single storage bus with extract and filtered items on a single network. So that was very annoying. So that hotfix basically lets us have multiple filtered storage buses on extract only on a single network, so on this white network, so we can actually see all of the stuff we have. So yeah, before we were only able to get either of these ones, either of these storage buses. But yeah, with the fix we can get everything, which is pretty cool. So yeah, basically right now this is just a better, I guess, better way to do the filters. It should be the right way to think about this. We just have an advanced stocking bus with the minimum 25. And yeah, I'm doing the magnetite. We had like 12 million magnetite yesterday, so it's still chugging through slowly. We have some of the other stuff stored. And I did basically the same thing here as well for the centrifuges. We have a few stuff to process here as well, but not too many, so we are better on this side. I mean, this is also the side with the quad, so it makes sense to be faster. Then I doubled our sifters. They were very slow because of the cinnabar. Oh, this is full. This is not good. Why is this full? Was this because of the fluoride? Yeah, I started up the fluoride. I had to stop it before, so that might be why this is full. But yeah, some huge necessary upgrades in our processing area. For the bees, I just added the Zygen that I mentioned the last video, and I guess I'll have to make this room a little bit bigger and move this wall a few blocks beyond this point to make space for a fourth mega chemical reactor, so we can start processing the iridium, not the iridium, the neutronium comms. We have a bunch of comms here to process, but yeah, as I've said last video, I'm waiting for the plotline move, which I feel like I've been saying this like every video, but it's coming closer. The plotline move is getting closer, and more now than ever, it's getting to the point where we should move in and we should really upgrade it, because we are starting to get, because of the void miners, I've been starting to get like 2 million platinum metallic, and this is not really going down. Also palladium as well, iridium as well, the other iridium. So a bunch of stuff here that it's basically overflowing because we are not able to process enough. And most of the stuff on this room is also overloading. Overloading? No, overflowing, I guess, kind of. This one is for the ilmenite. This is not really able to keep up, and I've already upgraded this to EV to IV. And I guess IV at this point is not really anything. I could upgrade this further to like ZPM, but the thing is, I, I don't really need most of the stuff we get from here anymore, which were mainly the rutile and the tantalum and niobium. We have niobium veins now, so we get a lot of this. And for the tantalum, I'm pretty sure we don't really use that anymore. And we have a lot as well, so. And here, the rutile is basically the same. This is not really able to keep up. I already upgraded the coils. Um, so yeah, there's not really much thing to upgrade this further. I upgraded this stuff to LUV, I think, this combo. This is able to process everything, this silicon dioxide, which is nice. So yeah, and I think the only thing that I need to show is this stuff here, and this is the last step for the europium that I showed in the beginning of the video. Um, so yeah, I guess it's fitting that we start with the europium and win with the europium as well. Oh, and I also upgraded this to the neodymium, and I think I upgraded the power as well to this. Since yeah, we were also actually filming this up, and this was backing up our bauxite production. So yeah, I guess no more changes. I mean, there were a lot of changes, but yeah, it has been quite a while since since I've recorded the video, and also um, I've been having a lot more time to play with mainly with the holidays as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next weekly update. So yeah, that's it. Bye bye.